I'm Amy Hines-Sutherland.
And I'm Angelina Craig. We are the directors of Carson Tahoe Health's Center for Philanthropy.
Welcome to A Decade of Hope, our film celebrating the milestone that is our 10th anniversary of Hope Fest.
It's so crazy that in the blink of an eye, we're in our 10th anniversary of Hope Fest. It seems like just yesterday we had this idea that everybody wanted to come together and support one another.
Hope Fest is Carson Tahoe Health's annual celebration fundraiser benefiting our local patients utilizing our Cancer Resource Center and no-cost Mariner cottages. This year we're coming together as a community, but we're doing it on a digital platform.
The impact of Hope Fest cannot be understated. Every single dollar that you give to this cause goes back to support our patients through our Cancer Resource Center and our Mariner cottages. At our Cancer Resource Center, that means assistance with mortgages, groceries, medical co-pays, and gas to reach treatment for our rural patients. Additionally, the Mariner cottages allow our patients to stay right next to the Cancer Center for free in a private cozy cottage that helps them heal as they don't have to worry about how they're going to get home or drive 30 to 40, sometimes 150 miles.
So there is a really special couple in our community, Mr. and Mrs. Campani. And from the very beginning, before we even knew how big Hope Fest would become, they believed in us, and they, through their auto dealership group, donated a car or $10,000 cash every year. And through that raffle, we've been able to raise so much money to help those that need it.
Let's hear from a family who has been impacted by cancer and has utilized the Cancer Resource Center support.
My name is Holly Kuhlman.
My name is Jennifer Paul. My first visit to Carson Tahoe Cancer Resource Center was when Holly was diagnosed with cancer.
Probably I had about a year and a half of active treatment. So I think in about mid-2015 I was done with my treatment, and about a year and a half later my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and right before that,
2 weeks before that,
two weeks before her diagnosis, my nephew and her grandson was diagnosed with leukemia.
You know, I mean, you just find the humor. When you have 3 family members with cancer, you just go, what the heck? You know, God has too much confidence in me.
When you're going through something so, life-changing as a cancer diagnosis, it's really good to be able to have people to talk to who really can understand what you're going through. And not only was I able to talk to people at the Cancer Resource Center that are trained to help you, but they were also able to help me connect with other cancer patients.
I took advantage of, through the Cancer Resource Center, was the yoga class, and I, to this day, still do yoga. I love the class, I love the teacher, I love the people. We have just a very wonderful group of cancer survivors that do yoga 3 times a week together.
There was an art show that the Cancer Center put together, and my kids and I were able to participate in that, and there's such a variety of things that the Cancer Center offers that really can meet the needs of so many different types of people. You know, my mom had a lot of time to be able to go and do yoga. You know, I'm a working mom of 3, and so some of those things I couldn't take advantage of, but other things, you know, like the art show where my kids were able to create art and have it on display at the Cancer Center, and really, you know, creating that art was really good for them to kind of process, you know, what they'd been through. So there's just such a huge variety of things.
Through sponsorships, raffle ticket sales, Walk a Hope sign sales, and donations, you, our community, are helping our patients in the most vulnerable times in their lives.
We want to give a huge thanks to all of our sponsors who have supported Hope Fest this year and in years past. Because of you, our patients have the assistance they need at our Mariner Cottages and at our Cancer Resource Center. Community partners like you, those who use your platform through business to give back and really help out your community, are absolutely essential to our project. Thank you so much.
So the thing about Hope Fest that is really cool is that in the darkest of times, we can come together as people and we can celebrate being alive. We can celebrate coming together. And I really look at that now as our world is struggling on so many levels. And I look at it from the very beginning that Hope Fest started.
When the sun comes up tomorrow, it'll be a brand new day. We can leave behind the sorrow and the dark of yesterday. I can see the clouds are breaking. There's a rainbow in the sky. There's a second chance we're taking when it comes to you and I. Nothing good is ever easy. I know there's work to do, but we'll make it through, make it through. I'll be holding on to you, and we will make it through.
Well, best of hellos to all my friends in Carson City and surrounding areas, and to my fellow contributors to Carson Tahoe's Hope Fest. I'm Todd Perkins. I'm a risk management consultant and healthcare specialist with USI. USI is a national organization helping hundreds of thousands of businesses and organizations with their risk management consulting needs in communities just like yours. And we've been a proud partner and sponsor of Hope Fest for all of its 10 years. Happy anniversary, Hope Fest. We're delighted to be your partner, and we look forward to many, many happy years ahead. Many years ago, I lost my mom to ovarian cancer, and then I lost my dad to bladder cancer. I've lost an uncle to bone cancer, and numerous other relatives to breast cancer. I don't think there's any of us that have escaped the ravages of this awful disease. And it is for that reason that it is an honor, actually it's a privilege, to help Carson Tahoe's Cancer Center and Hope Fest and contribute to the Mariner Cottages. You know, I've always believed that God could move mountains, but I did know that it was going to take some work on my part. And so, as God moves this mountain, I needed to bring a shovel, and I brought a shovel in the form of financial support and physical support in years past. I'm very disappointed that we're unable to be together because I sure enjoyed being around 1,500 of fellow community members, enjoying good music, good food, and great camaraderie. So we'll see you next year. I'll see you on the webcast. If you haven't had a chance to contribute, I would implore you to do so. Dig in your shovel and help out. Stay safe. Bye for now.
When we first started Hope Fest 10 years ago, we started it to create a rockin' summer concert that could bring people together around a really important idea, and that is that everyone in our community facing cancer should have the support that they need. So this year, we're coming together to share hope, to share love, to bring together some resources to help those in our community who need it most. Whether they're visiting the Cancer Resource Center or staying at no cost in our Mariner Cottages to ensure they can rest while they get treatment. Hope Fest is critical, this year especially, when our patients are facing so many new challenges.
Let's hear from a patient who has utilized the Mariner Cottages for lodging.
My name is Linda. I came to the Mariner Cottages through the suggestion of the oncology team, mainly because I was going into 5 days a week radiation, and I would not be able to drive back and forth every day otherwise. I live in Yerington, and So it's a good hour and a half one way, 3 hours both ways. My family was able to come here and see me, and my daughter, even coming from Nashville, stayed a week with me. That was wonderful having them close by. What I like most, I could do my treatments and come back and rest. I could sleep. I could go out on the patio or out in the inner court and just rest. I have learned to go through this last process of cancer with dignity and with grace.
Hi, my name is Lance Semenko. I'm the president of Q&D Construction. Q&D is a general engineering contractor and a general contractor that does roads, bridges, highways, schools, churches, shopping centers, and hospitals. And what we like to do is most of us were born and raised in this town. And one of the things that we've always done, we've learned from our founder, is to give back to the community that we're working in. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we wanted to be a part of this Hope Fest, is we want to give back to what we were working on.
I'm Toby Basta, Vice President of the Building Group at Q&D Construction. At Q&D Construction, building community projects is really important to us as an organization. Now, we're obviously in business and we have to do a wide variety of projects in order to stay in business, but it's the community projects that we really value because we're doing something for the people in our region. As a local Nevada general contractor, our partnership with Carson Tahoe Health is very important, not just from a business perspective, but also from the perspective of community partnership. Our sponsorship at Hope Fest is really about our desire to help Nevadans fight cancer and be a part of helping individual Nevadans overcome and seek the treatment that they need. Also, on a personal note, I grew up in Carson City. In fact, my father was a physician for Carson Tahoe Hospital back in the 1980s. So for me, on a personal level, it's really important to be a part of this movement or be a part of this philanthropy and help Nevadans fight cancer.
Let's hear from a patient who has utilized the Cancer Resource Center to help with finances.
My name is Pam Robertson. What brought me to the Carson Cancer Center is cancer. Unfortunately, I've got colon cancer. It's now spread to bladder cancer. And without the help of this center, I'd really be lost. Oh, the Cancer Resource Center was so helpful to me. And I was in the hospital for 2 months with my cancer surgery and with all the things that happened. And when I came out of it, the minute I got out, I started getting bills. And I had a stack of bills and I was just overwhelmed. And I came into a sweet smiling face, and that sweet lady, she goes, just give them to me. Don't even have to look, don't even open them. Just give them to me and I'll take care of it for you.
Hi, my name is Tara Maddox and I'm an oncology patient navigator at Carson Tahoe Cancer Resource Center.
Hi, my name is Jackie Rue. I'm an oncology patient coordinator and new patient coordinator here at Carson Tahoe Cancer Resource Center.
Hope Fest is important because it brings our community together to support local cancer patients.
It helps us fund giving gas cards to our patients.
Our main concern for cancer patients is for them to focus on healing. We don't want them to worry about whether or not they can afford gas to get to and from treatment. We don't want them to worry about being able to pay a hotel when they know that they're going to have 6 weeks of treatment. And we remove a barrier to care for each and every patient that needs it. And we go above and beyond with this. We will help them with transportation. We will help them anything that they come in and need, any financial resource, any resource that they need. We will try our best to help them with everything.
Gosh, we have raised nearly $800,000 to distribute to people. This is for single moms that can't afford their car insurance because they're unable to work. It's for people that have co-pays mounting up or they can't get their medications. Sometimes they just need a month of rent paid.
We can't do this without you. Now more than ever, our patients need your partnership. Please consider making a gift today towards Hope Fest and ensure that your neighbors, your friends, your family are getting the support they need.